Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to this another live streaming. Okay, another live stream. Okay, today we are going to read about this International Day of Peace. I think it is because the International Day held on tomorrow. Maybe held on tomorrow. Okay, the International Day of Peace, sometimes unofficially known as World Peace Day, is a United Nations sanctioned holiday observed annually on 21st September. It is dedicated to world peace and specifically the absence of war and violence, such as might be occasioned by a temporary ceasefire in a combat zone for humanitarian aid access. The day was first celebrated in 1981 and is kept by many nations, political groups, military groups, and people. In 2013, the day was dedicated by the Secretary General of the United Nations to peace education, the key preventive means to reduce war sustainably. Here are all the details given. So, what have I told earlier is they're observed by all the UN member states, and it is the United Nations International Declaration, and it celebrates the multiple worldwide events. So, the date here's on 21st September, and for next time is tomorrow, and it is an annual day for this annual event. Okay, and it is related to the peace movement. So to inaugurate the day, the United Nations peace is rung at UN headquarters in New York City. The bell is cast from coins donated by children from all continents except Africa, and was a gift from the United Nations Association of Japan as a reminder of the human cause of war. The inscription on its side reads, "Long live absolute world peace." In recent years, a searchable map of events has been published at un.org. So here is the history goes. In 1981, UN General Assembly resolution passed. The United Nations General Assembly declared in a resolution sponsored by the United Kingdom and Costa Rica the International Day of Peace to be devoted to commemorating and strengthening the ideals of peace. The day initially chosen was the regular opening day of the annual sessions of the General Assembly, the third Tuesday of September. This was changed in 2001 to the current annual celebration on the 21st of September each year. So let's see 2001 below. So back then, I will skip this first. In 1983, the annual reports beginning in 1983 at the request of the Office of the Secretary General of the United Nations, Pathways to Peace (PTP) submitted a We the People's Initiative annual report to the UN, summarizing the Peace Day activities. The reports from 2005 and 2009 are available as archives as cited below. For its initiatives for the International Year of Peace in 1987, PTP was granted Peace Messenger status by UN Secretary General Perez D. Cuellar. In 2006, the name was changed from We the People's Initiative to the Culture Peace Initiative. In 1996, Sinead Alreen debate a proposal for expanding the International Day of Peace to include reconciliation, in which a massive number of emblems, white doves, would be distributed after a formal presentation at the United Nations was put forward by Vincent Coyle of Derry, Northern Ireland, and was debated at Sinead Alreen. It was accepted that it would be impractical for one member state to ask for a particular slot at a general UN ceremony. However, events have been held at the United Nations in New York with the support of Kofi Annan in April. So in 2001, date set at 21st September. In 2001, the opening day of the General Assembly was scheduled for 11 September, and Secretary General Kofi Annan drafted a message recognizing the observance of International Peace Day on 21st of September. That year, the day was changed from the third Tuesday to specifically the 21st day of September to take effect in 2002. A new resolution was passed by the General Assembly, sponsored by the United Kingdom, giving credit to peace one day, and Costa Rica, the original sponsors of the day, to give the International Day of Peace a fixed calendar date, 21st September, and declare it also as a day of global ceasefire and non-violence. 2004, Taiwanese commemorative stamp controversy. So Taiwanese commemorative stamp controversy. Okay, a diplomatic stir occurred when Lions Clubs International sponsored a competition for 6 posters to be used for International Day of Peace. Commemorative stamps issued by the UN Postal Administration. A poster by 15-year-old Taiwanese school student Yang Qi-yuan was announced as one of the winners, but the announcement was withdrawn. Taiwan media reports Taiwan Lions Club and the government of Taiwan claimed the decision not to use the poster resulted from pressure from China. The rejection of the students' painting on political grounds did not reflect the ideals of the International Day of Peace. The UN issued a statement that although in the short list of 8 designs, due to an internal misunderstanding and miscommunication, Mr. Yang's proof got publicized in error as one of the 6 stamps intended to be issued. The government of Taiwan, Republic of China, later issued a stamp containing the image. 2005, UN Secretary General calls for a 22-hour ceasefire. In 2005, the United Nations Secretary General Kofi Annan called for the worldwide observance of a 22-hour ceasefire and Day of Non-Violence to mark the day. Government Survey of Celebration. The Culture of Peace Initiative published an annual report for the International Day of Peace in 2005, describing events in 46 countries. Africa 11, East Asia and Pacific 12, Latin America and Caribbean 4, Europe 14, Middle East 3, North America 2, 22 states provinces. Peace Parade UK in 2006. So this year then, Secretary General Kofi Annan rang the peace bell for the last time during the term in office. That year, the UN asserted the many ways it works for peace and to encourage individuals, groups, and communities around the world to contemplate and communicate thoughts and activities on how to achieve peace. The United Kingdom held the primary public and official observation of the United Nations International Day of Peace and Non-Violence in Rochdale, Greater Manchester. This was organized by Peace Parade UK. The UN Secretary General calls for a worldwide moment of silence in 2007. So this year, the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon rang the peace bell at United Nations headquarters in New York, calling for a 24-hour cessation of hostilities on 21st September and for a minute of silence to be observed around the world. International Year of Reconciliation announced in 2009. So in 2009, International Year of Reconciliation, the day was marked by a massive number of white doves being distributed after a formal presentation at the United Nations. Bearing in mind the Charter of the United Nations, including the purposes and principles contained therein, and in particular those of saving succeeding generations from the scourge of war, bringing about by peaceful means, and in conformity with the principles of justice and international law, adjustment or settlement of international disputes or situations which might lead to a breach of the peace, and practicing tolerance and living together in peace with one another as good neighbors, thus developing friendly relations among nations, and promoting international cooperation to resolve international economic, social, cultural, and humanitarian issues. Vincent Coyle of Derry, Northern Ireland, gave his full support. In 2009, International Day of Peace, WND, we must disarm. Take action of a world free of nuclear weapons, disarmament, and non-proliferation, to raise awareness of the dangers and costs of nuclear weapons and on why nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation are so crucial. Global Survey of Celebration. The Culture of Peace Initiative published an annual report for the International Day of Peace in 2009, describing events in 77 countries: Africa 14, East Asia and Pacific 20, Latin America and Caribbean 11, Europe 23, Middle East 7, North America 2 countries, 48 states, provinces. 2010. Youth for Peace and Development. The United Nations is looking for stories from young people around the world who are working for peace. The campaign slogan this year is Peace Equals the Future. The math is easy. 2011. Peace and Democracy. Make your voice heard. In 2011, the UN Peace Days theme was Peace and Democracy. Make your voice heard. Many organizations held Peace Day events worldwide in 2011. There were school activities, music concerts, glamour comedy clubs, www.thinkpeace.net, peace stops, prayer videos, peace conferences, and UN activities.
Hey,
What?
hello.
Hello? Sorry.
Sorry ha.
Okay. Organizations like Peace One Day, Wiser, and Culture of Peace have been active participants in Peace Day activities for years. 2012 Sustainable Peace for a Sustainable Future. The United Nations set the theme for this year's observance.
เห็นไหมนะไปเลยครับเคาะหน้าลูกเคาะหน้าไอ้แควร์เข้าใหม่ไอ้แควร์เข้าใหม่
Not now. Sorry. A sustainable peace for a sustainable future. Commemorating and strengthening the ideals of peace both within and among all nations and peoples. Global Truth Day 2012. In 2011, Peace One Day announced at their O2 Arena concert, a new international campaign called Global Truth 2012, a grassroots initiative and international coalition with non-governmental organizations and students unions in every continent.
Sorry for you.
Yes. Which increased participation and action on Peace Day 2012, the Day of Global Truth. Particular focus in this campaign included a cessation of hostilities on the day and a reduction of domestic violence and bullying in society. The Peace One Day celebration concert on Peace Day in 2012 was held at Wembley Arena to celebrate Global Truth 2012. The Global Truth campaign will continue and be named with each year it leads up to, involving more partners and coalitions for mass participation and life-saving practical action on Peace Day 2013. Focus on peace education. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon has dedicated the World Peace Day 2013 to peace education in an effort to refocus minds in financing on the preeminence of peace education as the means to bring all about a culture of peace. Animator and children's book author never mind. Sudi Siko announced in May 2013 a global campaign to increase awareness of Peace Day and promote peace education within schools and community groups through the Peace Crane project. Gorey Community School in Cole, County Wexford, Ireland was chosen to be School of Peace for 2013. Global Truth 2013. Peace One Day launched a new theme for Global Truth 2013. Who will you make peace with? Peace Day Comedy 2013. To bring awareness to Peace Day, Think Peace promoted a Peace Day comedy program, Stand Up for International Peace, held in over 50 global comedy clubs in 2013. 2014, Right to Peace. Okay. The theme of 2014 International Day of Peace is the right of peoples to peace. reaffirming the United Nations commitment to the UN Declaration on the Right of Peoples to Peace, which recognizes that the promotion of peace is vital for the full enjoyment of all human rights. 2014 Peace Day Community Program. To bring awareness to Peace Day 2014, the Think Peace Network will promote a Peace Day Community Program. Stand Up for International Peace to be held in over 50 global comedy clubs. Wave of Kindness Global Meditation Events. The Waves of Kindness Global Initiative celebrate the United Nations International Day of Peace. Though global meditation events. Comment in Global Education magazine. Director of UNESCO to Vietnam, Catherine Miller, said in Global Education magazine, I personally identify with UNESCO's values in the sense that I truly believe education, culture, social and natural sciences.
Hi, Jay. I want to Jay.
No,
Why?
not now.
Why not now?
Not now, sorry.
Why?
Sorry. No, don't disturb me.
Tôi có ai muốn hỏi suy à?
Mm.
Dân.
Mm.
Hỏi trên.
Oh, okay. And communication and information are some of the most powerful drivers for sustainable development and peace. As a sustainable future cannot exist without sustainable peace. Raising awareness, capacity building, promoting understanding and respect for diversity, and fostering opportunities for interaction to find ways to ensure a culture of peace and are all actions that will motivate people to become interested in setting peace as a priority for sustainable development. 2015 Partnerships for Peace, Dignity for All. The theme of 2015 International Day of Peace was Partnerships for Peace, Dignity for All. 2016 The Sustainable Development Goals, Building Blocks for Peace. The theme of 2016 International Day of Peace was the Sustainable Development Goals, Building Blocks for Peace. 2017 theme, Together for Peace, Respect, Safety, and Dignity for All. This theme is based on Together Global campaign that promotes respect, safety, and dignity for everyone forced to flee their homes in search of a better life. Peace Crane Project. In 2017, the Peace Crane Project announced the goal of collecting 1,000 cranes from the students around the world to display in various venues to celebrate. So in 2017, Global Survey of Celebration, a survey by the Culture of Peace News Network, found internet reports about 562 celebrations of the International Day of Peace from 127 countries around the world this year. These included 128 events coming from most of the provinces and states in Canada and the USA. Next were the countries formerly part of the Soviet Union with 104. There were 96 events seated in 27 European countries, 81 from 29 African countries, 67 from 20 Asian countries, 58 from 16 Latin American and Caribbean countries, and 28 from 21 Arab and Middle Eastern countries. In 2018, the right to peace, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights at 70. The 2018 UN Peace Day theme is the right to peace, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights at 70. So 2018 Global Survey of Celebration, a survey by Culture of Peace News Network, found internet reports about 7 164 celebrations of the International Day of Peace from 129 countries around the world this year. These included 233 events coming from most of the provinces and states in Canada and the USA. Next were 177 events from Europe and 158 events from Asia. There were 95 events from Latin America and the Caribbean, 71 events from countries formerly part of the Soviet Union, 71 from Africa, and 15 from Arab and Middle Eastern countries. Okay, for last year's team, the last year's team was the Climate Action for Peace. The United Nations has selected the team Climate Action for Peace last year for the last year's International Day of Peace. According to the UN website, the United Nations calls upon all to take action to tackle climate change. On 23rd September last year, the United Nations is convening a climate action summit with concrete and realistic plans to accelerate action to implement the Paris Agreement. The International Day of Peace student observance on 20th September 2019 at United Nations headquarters will feature young people presenting their projects to fight climate change and promote peace. 2019 Global Survey of Celebration last year, a survey by the Culture of Peace News Network found internet reports concerning more than 655 celebrations of the International Day of Peace from 103 countries around the world this year. So I was wondering that on 2020 what will be like, because this year what will be like, because this is coronavirus pandemic. I was wondering this year's theme. So, and also the global survey of celebration. You can comment down here if you like. So see also you can press it anyway. Okay, Alaman Castle, the Castle of Peace, International Day of Non-Violence, International Day of United Nations Peacekeepers, International Decade for a Culture of Peace and Non-Violence for the Children of the World, International Human Solidarity Day, International Year for the Culture of Peace, International Year of Peace, Peace Education, Peace Movement, Peace One Day, Peace Parade UK, School Day of Non-Violence and Peace, the Ribbon International, the World Day of Peace, the World Humanitarian Day, the World March for Peace and Non-Violence, and the World Peace. And here are all the references to look at it, and that's all the acknowledgement that the Wikipedia person, for those who like to post things in Wikipedia, they might have references from here. So that's why I would like you to post it. Maybe sometimes they want to post some photos to show all of them to see. It's their own information and facts to know easier. So thank you so much and hope to enjoy the International Day of Peace. It is peaceful today. So during the coronavirus pandemic period, I don't think, maybe we must save this country. We must save everything from this pandemic. Hope that we will just meet over again and again and again. So we would like to just stop here. I would like to just stop here, then it's all the information. So some external links if you like to press here on official website and see the International Day of Peace in Punjab Kasari. So it's from the Wikimedia Commons the Wikimedia Commons has media related to International Day of Peace. Alright. So here are all the related articles, and it is last edited on 18 hours age by Anomi Bot. So, okay, that's it for today, and hope you enjoy it. Alright then. See ya and bye bye.